Hello and welcome to Lifetime in Court, the podcast where we discuss your favorite made-for-TV movies. Whether you love to hate watch or hate yourself for loving them, pour up a glass of your favorite cocktail and join us. I'm your host, Patrick Serrano, and my guests today are...
Michelle Marquardt
and Charlotte Bieber.
Yeah. Michelle is back. Oh, we're shuffling things around in the studio. We're going to get Charlotte on a mic. You might remember that Charlotte is filling in for Drew as our producer for the next few episodes because he is out of town dealing with the death in the family. So we're sending him all the thoughts and love.
Oh, bummer, Drew.
Yeah. So we love you,
man.
Drew.
And he has a wonderful family. I'm sorry.
He does. They're great. Thinking of them. But it's okay. We have Charlotte here to keep the train moving along. Thank you, Charlotte.
Choo-choo.
Choo-choo. Yes. Michelle, hi, welcome back.
Hello.
Another Allie Liebert. I learned
good
that
job.
her name's
Yep.
Liebert from the preview this time.
She also executive produced this joint. Did you see that in the credits?
No, I was too busy writing my notes.
Well, I wrote notes too, but that was the first thing I noticed was
That's awesome.
Executive producer.
Well, here's
Allie
the thing
Liebert.
about Allie Liebert, not Liebert. It's spelled Liebert, Charlotte, because you're looking at me like, what is the sitch here?
This
it's
is
spelled
Chipmunk Voice, Mean Girls?
No, that's Lacey Chabert.
Yeah, this is like of only one other Hallmark movie and then a whole bunch of Canada shit.
Yeah, because I checked out her IMDb, and
She's super sultry sexy in her IMDb.
Yeah, she's like a very sexy headshot.
Sexy. I'm against the wall, and I have to go to the bathroom. That's what her picture looks like.
I noticed that she plays like the best friend role in a lot of the the Hallmarky movies. So she was like the best friend before, so she must have a long history with Hallmark. And then, like we said in the previous one, what was it, like A Gift to Remember was the Christmas one?
Yes, exactly. That's right.
This was like her big shot to be a lead person. And I think she did a good job. And she's like in the running for leads now. She's like a Hallmark lead girl.
Well, she's an executive producer, so perhaps.
Well, yeah. Maybe.
Like, and I'm in this one, you guys.
Like, I'm going to executive produce this and be in it. Okay?
And I'm going to be in it.
Well, hey, make your own opportunities,
Hey,
right?
I'm all for that.
But we haven't even said what we're talking about today. We're talking about cooking for love.
Cooking with love.
Oh, cooking with love.
I like cooking for love better. This should have been, though, Chef Charmaine.
Chef Charmaine.
Right? It should have been called Chef Charmaine.
Wow. Chef Charming.
Yeah, like it should have been Chef
I thought
Charmaine.
you said Charmaine like a name. And I was like, who's Chef Charmaine?
Well, to make up for the lack of any like ethnic groups, they just put in.
Correct.
We call it Chef Charmaine. No, Chef Charmaine, which they do reference.
That would be fun.
But it's
Cooking with Love is the movie starring Allie Liebert and Brett Dalton. He's a new guy for Hallmark. This is his first Hallmark movie.
Yeah.
And I looked it up because usually Drew looks up who's in the movies and like what they've been in. And he would be excited because this guy is from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh.
So that's like a show that Drew watches, I know, and I don't.
Yeah,
so
me neither. I don't watch any like superhero-y, cartoony, comic booky.
Nope.
Basically, you lose me at any of those type of things. Is it just me, or were you the whole time? I'm just like, this should be Freddie Prinze Jr.
Oh yeah.
Plus, he's like a chef now. Like that's what he does.
Yeah, him and Sarah Michelle Gellar have a cookbook.
Right. And this film had no B-list person at all. Usually there's at least one where you're like,
This is the last movie of the Hallmark Valentine's Day movies, so they ran out of the other budget on Lacey Chabert and Danica McKellar.
Yeah.
So now we've got the B team. I brought a synopsis today to read because we didn't do a preview episode for the Valentine's Day ones because they don't know. So I will read the synopsis and then we'll jump right in with our thoughts. Okay. Hardworking and optimistic. Hardworking. This is why I don't read the synopsis, guys. Hardworking and optimistic television producer Kelly doesn't have time for love. I think that says Elang instead of along. Oh no, it was just something on my screen. Along with her mother, her mentor, Amanda. I'm just gonna stop. I'm just
fine.
going to stop. I
It's
can't.
fine.
I'm illiterate.
It's
I
your
can't read.
typical. She's a career woman. She's a TV producer. She's
Yes.
too busy for love. He is a hot-headed, arrogant chef.
Yes. Okay. That sums it up.
Take
So
it.
yeah. So we have Kelly. She's like a reality show producer, but like the nicest person. So probably she wouldn't be on reality TV. Like, 'cause
Right.
you kind of have to have no soul
That's right.
to produce like The Bachelor or
It is children, though. Little chefs. So the show's little chefs. So at
There-
least it's got some sort of like.
fine. Right. She likes to work with children because her mom,
Her mom
works
is a
with
social
children.
worker.
Yeah. So
She wants to make something more of it than this. But
yeah. So there is a little backstory there, but so she's like a people pleaser and she's
Totally.
just there to make everyone happy. And the show is called The Little Gourmet.
Little Gourmet. That's right, not Little Chef.
The Little Gourmet.
Yeah.
And there's Chef Betty, who's the host, and she's like an older lady.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved it if they leaned into like a Paula Deen type of thing, you know?
Or leaned in anything with it. She was in The Sweet Hereafter.
Oh,
It
really?
was a really incredible movie.
Yeah.
She was in that. But in this, she basically just has a bad back.
Well, right. She throws out her back. She slips a disc in her back, and she's like, I can't continue hosting the show. I have to go get surgery.
Yeah.
Right?
That's it. Yeah.
So then she's gone, and they're like, we got to find a replacement. So all the executives get in the room, and it's like Kelly and her boss, whose name
Amanda.
is Amanda, and she's like a lady boss, and she's like, she's up for a promotion. You're right, Charlotte. She is just a boss, not a lady boss.
Yeah, don't do that, right?
Charlotte's
Like,
face was like,
a man
lady
is just a boss.
You're right. She's a boss,
So
not.
she's in fucking charge.
Yes.
And just happens to also have a vagina. It's fine. It's
Fine.
cool. It's all the same. She is the boss.
Yes. So it's her, Amanda, Kelly,
Jeremy.
Jeremy, the new hire,
Pissant.
and then like Jeremy's like uncle or something. Like who is that guy?
He's like, it's such a knockoff of like the Food Network execs, all the people that do.
Got
like,
it, got it.
like, so they're like the gray haired dude. And
yeah. So
like,
there's like an older gray haired dude who's like gunning hard for Jeremy to be the next big producer.
he's got big ideas.
And Jeremy's like in there like giving like stupid suggestions, but Kelly gives a good suggestion of a chef that they need to look at, and his name is Steven.
Chef Steve. It's cool.
I forget because it's like an alliteration with hot-headed.
Yeah,
something.
Stephen Harris.
Stephen
Chef Stephen
Harris.
Harris.
Yeah. So they're like,
in my notes, Chef Stephen Harris is a major douchebag.
yes.
And then
he-
Radicchio.
Oh my God. Save it for later. So Chef Steven has a restaurant in the city. I guess they're New York.
It's New York.
Yeah.
It's the coup.
Allegedly.
Canada.
It's Toronto.
Vancouver.
Yes.
Yeah, or whatever.
So they're like, oh, Chef Steven, he's like pretty hot-headed and he's controversial pick. But then somebody mentions like that he has like 20,000 views on a YouTube.
500,000, yeah,
Oh.
from like hitting the guy with spaghetti or something in
Yeah,
his restaurant.
there's a critic that comes in and he's like eating the spaghetti and I guess he doesn't like it. So then Chef Steven just dumps the whole plate
On the
on
guy?
the man, and that's the video, and it got like all these hits. So they're like, well, this would be great for reaching a younger audience
Sexy.
and
That's
the
gonna be
YouTube.
awesome.
So they're very excited for the social media engagement.
Mm-hmm.
So they bring on Steven.
Mm-hmm.
And he is at the restaurant with his manager, Adam, who's like this really weird, like New Yorkie, like a New Yorkie guy.
Ethnic Stanford Blatch.
Yes. Yeah.
Like he is the publicist or whatever, but I could not pinpoint origin at all.
No, he was very
of
generic.
ethnicity or sexual preference. They're just very.
He's just the manager. And
Yeah.
that's all we need from him, right?
Yeah.
He's going to come in and talk about contracts and talk about the book deal. But apparently things aren't going very well for Steven because he dumped this plate onto a
That's
man's lap. So the
gotta
book
do
deal's
this.
canceled. The restaurant's like half empty. Like he needs the publicity of doing a kid show that would like
Right.
really help his image.
That's right.
So he agrees to go do it, and him and Kelly like don't hit it off right away. They've got that like moonlighting thing with like Sybil Shepherd, and they like hate each other, but they don't really hate each other because she's the nicest person ever. So she's just
True.
kind of like giving like mean looks.
She's just like, oh, this is so hard.
Yes, but he's like a total diva. He refuses to wear the Chef Boyardee hat.
Which she called a toque. But the correct
Yeah.
correct pronunciation is toque.
A toque.
So
Yeah, because I was looking up toque and I was like,
yeah,
I can't
it's
find
because
anything.
it's toque. I think it's like TOQUE. It's toque.
Okay, well, a toque.
The chef hat.
A
Whatever.
chef hat. Chef Boyardee.
I
So
made the wrong pans,
didn't have copper pans.
which they had like really nice all-clad stainless steel pans.
How you gonna cook in a not copper pan?
Like a lot of the food references were like, nope, you're wrong.
Yeah, you are wrong. Cast iron skillet? Okay. Yeah, so then he's like, he's being all diva'd out, but he's like on camera and like not really.
Feeling it, or
Yeah,
he won't smile.
He's just like the worst. And he's, what am I saying? He like, is this when he like has the kid and the kid's like, oh, I'm messing up. And he's like, I'll just do it.
Wait, she was whisking to like fold in the egg whites to make a souffle, and he's
Yeah.
like, your egg whites are gonna go flat, and use this, and then no, fold gently, and Kelly's like, Chef Steven, we like to let them fail, or else they'll never learn and grow.
Right.
And
They
he's
gotta
like,
learn.
fuck it, the souffle's fucked up. Like, I want to help them learn how to do it right.
It's more important things, Stephen.
Yeah. Like,
Shirley, you're getting it. That's her ammo. It's
like
always
producing
to
a
be like,
reality show. You got to have conflict on a reality show.
true. And so she's like,
So maybe Kelly's not that nice because she's letting them fail.
and Becca's adorable.
Adorable. So there are a couple kids that are worth noting. Becca is like, oh, and I just want to say, I hate kids in Christmas movies because they're like talking about Santa or snow. But this time they were like they had hopes and dreams.
Yeah, and like actual backstory and shit. It was awesome. There wasn't just like my mom died and
Right.
that's it.
Or I'm an orphan.
Yeah, right.
Like Becca like wanted to be a chef. She like idolized Steven. She had his cookbook. She like
carries
makes
with her
recipes
everywhere,
for the family.
Cody is the other.
Yeah, Cody's the other
child of note.
guy. He like feels pressure from his dad to like do good, like but
Right.
it's like self-imposed pressure. Like the dad's like, you're great, you're gonna be great, but
That's
he's
right.
like, I want to do great for my dad.
Right, and kind of a perfectionist and nervous and a little shy and stuff, and so this whole thing is taking him out of his comfort zone. And
Yeah, and he's
but
a
the
good
kid's pretty
chef.
good, yeah.
So it was very cool to see kids not be Christmas kids and be
Yeah.
like actual kids.
Yeah, not so saccharine.
Yes. So then for some reason they go to a farmer's market, Stephen and Kelly do, because she's like assigned to like kind of watch him.
Yep.
Because now she's going to be doing less producing because Jeremy is going to be taking over
honing in.
some of the
honing in.
producing. Yeah, so she has more time to babysit Stephen and less time producing. She
Right.
produced like every other episode. So they go to a farmer's market and he's like, the tater tots, like, what are we making on this show? Hamburgers? Like, let's elevate the food. Let's do a radicchio.
Grilled radicchio or something.
Let's use
Secret ingredient.
radicchio. You
Yeah.
could use radicchio for everything.
What's ridiculous?
It's a yucky bitter lettuce. It's that red bitter
like a
lettuce.
it looks like a
that's-
cabbage.
It looks like cabbage, but it's like super bitter. It's the stuff that comes in a fancy salad that you don't eat.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
like hiding the bacon.
Right. So he wants
Yeah.
to elevate the food, and
But I like that. I thought, yeah, that's cool. That's good, right?
And she's like, okay, well, you know, they're kids, so we're gonna have them make kids food. And he's like, okay, well, if that's what you want, but yeah, she's
But
like,
is that when he did like his backstory about being an army brat, and every time they moved, they'd go to the farmer's market? Is it, and
Yeah,
like
and-
little window to Chef Steve's soul about, you know, how food is basically brings the world together, and we all have to eat, right?
yes. So, you know, we get the backstory on
cheesy.
him and whatever. But then we find out that Kelly has some great ideas
Like
for
really great ideas.
to like improve the show, because she has this new guy coming in as the host. He's like doing okay. It's not really gelling, but she's like, maybe we could like get to know the kids better.
Right.
And she suggests to do hometowns, like on The Bachelor,
Yeah.
like when they go to the
girls' house
houses
or
and meet
their
their family.
family.
Stop it.
That happens every time.
I don't
we
know.
do
We're
this.
friends, I think. We think alike.
And we don't watch these together either.
We don't. But yeah, totally like The Bachelor. So what she wants to do is go to the kids' like hometowns and Cody, for example, his dad's a firefighter. So they would go to the firehouse and do like a chili cook-off episode.
Which is genius. It's just it's so great.
Yeah, it's totally like what they do on Top Chef, I think. Mm-hmm. I don't really watch Top Chef anymore, but it seems like something they would do. Mm-hmm. So the boss, who's not a lady, her name's Amanda. Amanda is like, oh, that's a really good idea. But Jeremy is like, that's or I don't like that idea.
How are you going to move the studio out of those places and the lights, and it's going to be really expensive and really, really hard. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And Amanda's like, I love it.
I love it. And we're done with this conversation, Jeremy.
And so he has his panties all up in a bunch, and you can see it. And it was at that moment that I was like, girl, you better watch that notebook.
You better watch out because, she has all these ideas, Charlotte, in a notebook. So she like writes them all down. She has an idea notebook. So
yeah, exactly, right? Note to any listener, don't put all your big ideas in one notebook.
Yeah, put it on your phone with a lock on it or something.
That's right. Lock up that shit and have a duplicate.
Keep it in your brain.
Just saying.
Oh.
How about that?
Well, that's not good enough. You can't prove that.
True. That's true because you need the proof. So we immediately cut to the firehouse because it was such a great idea. Mm-hmm. And Kelly is there and she's like heavily getting flirted with this firefighter man.
Sorry. Heavily getting flirted with.
Yeah. Honestly, it was so clunky. That's exactly what was happening.
Yes.
I mean, he all but said, I'm hitting on you right now.
I'm hitting on you. Hello, my name is Rick. I'm hitting on you. A firefighter joke that's meant to hit on you.
Yeah. And like, Steven didn't like it.
No, Steven's like in the background, like watching, and he's like
steaming.
He's so mad, and then he like corrects.
Is he like pacing?
No, he's staying there
like,
in his creepy way of just standing there.
Standing just far enough back to be in the conversation, but not in the conversation.
He's essentially there where we are and where Patrick is across the soundboard is where they are.
If we were standing, this would be the exact replica. And then if I'm playing Steven, I would say something snotty, like correcting Rick, who says like something like French word.
Like slightly off, but like who cares?
Yeah, like baguette. And then you would say like baguette.
It's baguette.
Right. So then she like flirts with him and doesn't really go anywhere, but it's set up to make Steven like jealous.
And for us to say like, oh, something's happening.
Oh, he's jealous. Mm-hmm. So then we kind of touched on this before about Cody like having wanting to impress his dad. So he has a full-on breakdown here.
Yeah,
because the pressure's too much. He wants to quit the show, but Steven talks him off the ledge and it's like, my dad, I cooked a turkey one time and I burnt it, and my dad still ate it and said it was amazing.
And it was pretty sweet because he like let his guard down for a minute and told a story, and she of course was there too. They were trying to both talk him back
like
into
falling in love with him.
But like right now, it's like it's happening.
Yes. So at the end of the filming, they call a truce because it went so well, and Cody wins the chili cook-off, and his dad's proud. So that storyline is tied up very nicely with a bow. Mm-hmm. But out of the kindness of his own heart, Steven decides, since they're on a truce, he decides to cook. So he takes her to like the kitchen.
She orders that pizza, and he's like, no, you can't have that pizza. But they're in New York City, and when you order pizza in New York City, it's delicious pizza. So I want
love
some
New York
like
pizza.
I don't want some French dude making me pizza in New York City when I just got like a sweet ass pie from like Little Italy in New York City. Like, no, fuck you. This is a delicious and perfect pizza.
Yes.
And I'm in my office at dinner time. I'm obviously busy, but no, I will drop everything and go to the kitchen with you.
They go to the kitchen and they start like sexy cooking pizza, but not sexy, Charlotte.
What does that mean?
Not the,
the red sauce and the wooden spoon bit.
Yeah, like feeding each other.
Like there's no other way to do like a food montage without I'm going to feed you red sauce and a spoon.
Yes.
She got flour on her. She has a very large mole.
She does.
And you can't I should get double billing, like for real.
It's like Enrique Iglesias.
You cannot stop looking at it. And it got flour on it. And he's like manhanding like on it. Oh, you got a little something. And it was right on the mole.
It's the first time they've touched.
I laughed so hard.
Did he touch the mole?
He totally touched the mole. Yeah. And at the time, the mole had like a cut or something, or zit or something right next to it. It looked like double mole action.
You got an HGTV up in
here. I do. And
ADD.
she had a little bit of bad skin problem in this movie.
Well,
you know,
all the stress of producing.
you're right. You know,
It's a lot.
yeah,
It's a lot.
Should probably hold something back next time. Yeah.
So, yes. So, you know, and this could have been more sexy, but it's on Hallmark, so it's like very
It's never
chaste.
sexy,
And then
ever.
Jeremy, of course, interrupts.
No, what's going on here?
Yeah, what are you
God,
guys
he's a
doing in
toad.
here?
He's just the worst.
Stop it. So then he like is leaving the kitchen and he runs into like the DP or something. Like
Like I called him fake Cumberbatch. He was like a really bad young version
yeah,
of Cumberbatch.
he's like a young guy on set, and he's like, "Hey, I have Kelly's notebook. She left it in somewhere."
Oh yeah, I'm going to go meet her in Amanda's office. I'll
Yeah.
take that.
So Jeremy steals the notebook,
Dun dun.
and he's like, "Gonna give it to her," air quotes. But really, he's gonna steal all her ideas.
This had movies and mysteries potential, right?
It
there.
did. It did. Someone needed to die at this point, and it would have been the
Murders,
murder
movies, and mysteries. Yep.
But in case you forgot, this is a Valentine's Day movie, guys. So
Love,
Stephen and
love.
Kelly both realize that they don't have plans for Valentine's Day.
Shocker.
So because they're both so busy working.
Just work.
So he invites her to come to his restaurant on Valentine's Day. She's like, "It's not going to be busy."
Be like,
And
I
aren't-
loved her acting at that because she was like, "What? That's stupid." Like
Yeah.
but I loved her. She was literally like, I was like, "All right, Allie, good
Yeah.
job with that little bit." Because she was like, should have like done a little bit.
Yeah.
She was like,
No.
that
dumb.
seems dumb. Like you're gonna be super busy,
And
that
you're
seems-
the head chef of the restaurant. You're not going to like, what do you want me to go sit by myself and
Yeah,
eat it?
that'd be fun.
Kind of an asshole request.
Right.
Right.
Like, okay, I get all dressed up, sit by myself, and eat.
So pretty much that's what happens in the beginning. So she gets to the restaurant and they don't have.
goes?
Oh, she goes.
Oh, she went,
she gets a
yeah.
red dress. We get a little.
Little montage with her
Yeah.
friend, who is usually a lead actress in Hallmark movies, and surprisingly, they share a co-star because
Oh, really?
the Superman dude
Yeah.
was also the fireman guy, and the Jessica, the friend,
Uh-huh.
was like in a where there was a cat and like it was a Christmas one about cats and fire people or whatever
Sure.
sidebar, but you
Of
know,
course.
they're all
Well,
the
they're
same.
recycling all the Canadian
Yeah, they're all the
actors.
same.
But yeah, so she gets to the
Get her all
restaurant
gussied up.
and she is like, reservation for Kelly? And the lady's like,
Do what? Yeah, no.
You're not on the list.
And then she gives her last name.
Yeah, she's like,
Met her.
yeah, no, you're
yeah,
not.
No. Oh, wait. Kelly.
Kelly the date.
Kelly
the
Steven, Chef Steven's date.
And
she's
Kelly's like, it's not a date. It's not a date.
It's not a date.
We're not in love.
I'm wearing a
And-
sexy red dress for no reason. It's not a date.
Was it sexy red dress?
Oh, God, no. She doesn't have the
mean,
legs for sexy.
We
let's
talk
be
about
honest.
Ali Liebert's
I
fashion.
know,
So
but
the
she's on
last,
TV and I'm
the,
not,
The
so.
last Hallmark movie, she wore like this dress that was just like
Boobs.
not flattering,
Yeah,
and she had
terrible.
like no boobs to like pull it off. And then this one was just like a flowy, billowy, like
It was
it was
fine.
it was fine.
It's like a regular person. Well, the beauty of Allie Liebert is she's a regular person. She looks like a regular person. Her body's a regular person's body,
Yes.
and for that's good. It's good to see regular people on TV. But
sure.
when they try to look sexy, it's sort of like, oh, that's disappointing. That was supposed to be the big makeover,
big moment.
the big makeover, and it's like you look cute.
Yeah, maybe she should have been wearing glasses the whole start
Yeah,
of the movie.
right.
Yes.
Yeah,
She did take the clippies out. She did have the same hairdo.
good. So then Chef Steven shows up and they're like, having a little talk. And this is when we find out her mom died.
Yeah, 4 years ago.
Yeah, her mom died 4 years ago, of course. I thought we were going to make it through a Hallmark movie without having anyone dying
Yeah.
or being dead. But no, she died. And she worked with children, which we already discussed.
Right.
But then he like takes her out to like walk
for a nice
around
walk.
New York, the park,
cool,
and
it's
he buys
romantic.
flowers. And
Sweet.
then they talk about the language of flowers, which we just talked about in the previous podcast.
I know. It was like, all right, same writer. Lazy
Same writer.
writer. Throwaway
Yellow.
line from Very, Very
Yeah.
Valentine.
Yellow
for
flowers means friendship.
And red for adoration.
Oh, adoration.
Adoration.
I wouldn't-
I'm like, if any person said that to me in real life, I'd be like, don't say that word.
No. So they start talking about like relationships and finding love and like that they're going to be open
It's
to
cute,
that.
though.
And,
Like,
yeah.
it was actually a nicer simmer than usual. I don't,
More-
you know what I mean?
more
There was
laid
a little
back.
more, yeah, there was a little, and less like, I don't know, it's a little more believable.
Correct.
Like their time frame seemed a little more believable than usual.
Yes, but instead of kissing her at the front door, he's just like, "It's
Touched her mole, and that was it.
It's been so great working with you. Touch mole,
Touch
and
mole.
then leave." Yeah. So Kelly makes a home cooked meal, and she like makes spaghetti, and she's very proud. So she sends a picture to Steven, and he's like, "Oh my God, I can't believe you made that." And she's like, "And I'm making cookies." He's like, "Don't burn them. You should go check them right now."
Not all ovens are calibrated the same or something.
Yeah, she doesn't check them, and I wish they would have burned.
Well, I
at
thought
the
it was
end
like
of the
cue the
scene.
fire alarm, but they didn't. I was like, oh, they're
missed
so lazy.
opportunity.
They're so lazy.
Give me
Like
my-
15 days, goddammit.
Give
Roll
me
it, roll
my
it,
laugh.
roll it.
That's like an easy laugh right there.
I know. This was billed as a comedy. I only laughed due to mistakes.
Right.
Like, that's not really, that doesn't count. It's not the room of Hallmark movies.
No. But then immediately after hanging up with Kelly, he gets a call from his manager, Adam.
Stanford Blatch. Saying
But-
good news or bad news.
Yeah, so we find out that Chef Betty is back. She got her surgery and she's ready to film the last episode of the season, which seems like a weird choice.
Bop, 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 Betty's back. Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, let's just throw away all of our ratings and momentum and get the old lady back.
For the last
Yay.
episode. Just do the last
Stupid.
episode. But Steven has a new opportunity. He is going to like do a show in LA or something.
That's right, yeah.
And he's like, his book tour's back on. So things are looking up for him. He's got a new restaurant manager. So he's going to just go to LA for a while.
Yeah.
But Kelly runs to the restaurant and she's like, well, we're taping the grand finale. You should just at least stop
Just
by.
come, say
and
bye to
just
everybody.
see
The kids really
yeah,
want
the
to see
kids.
Cody. It's Cody and Becca are the final two.
Yes, but he's like, thanks for everything, but I'm not going to be there. So, all these opportunities wouldn't have happened without you. But
Yeah, fuck you, love your mom.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Yep, that's it.
so she goes back to work, and there's Jeremy like pitching all her. He like basically has her notebook out, and he's like reading it.
It was like verbatim. He didn't even bother to like massage them to sound like different ideas.
Yeah, they
at
were
all.
like her ideas, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, Jeremy has this great idea! You have to hear it, Kelly." And she's like, "What
She just
is
stood there.
happening?" She stood there, and then she calmly like goes to her office and like rummages through all her stuff, and she's like,
Where is my notebook?
"My notebook is missing."
Which she knew her notebook was missing.
Yeah.
For a while. She's been like looking around for that
She's
notebook.
been looking for it casually, but this time she really checked her office. You know when you're like looking for something, you're like, "Oh,
Like,
I checked."
eventually it'll show up.
It'll turn up. But then she runs into Jeremy in the hallway and she's like, "You stole my ideas." He's like, "No, I didn't." "How could you prove that?" "Because they're my ideas."
Right.
And then the DP, the whatever boy,
Yeah,
he
Cumberbatch.
he overhears, and so I guess he gives the notebook to Amanda or somebody.
He knew, he's like, wait, something's fishy.
I gave that notebook to Jeremy to give to Amanda.
Yep.
So then he like rats out Jeremy, and Jeremy is like out of there.
He is. It was awesome. He's like, let's champion her ideas. And Amanda, this is a good time to say Lady Boss, was like, oh, you don't champion her ideas. Those were her ideas.
Yes. She shut it down.
Bye-bye.
Shut it down. And then she tells Kelly, she's like, "Okay, well, I'm glad that you had all these things happening, but I'm getting this promotion, and now that Jeremy's out of the running, we want you to do it, and you're going to be great." And she's like, "Okay,
I want to do it.
I want to do it, and I'm going to do it." So she gets a promotion, and then they go to film the last
So
episode.
similar to the last time we saw Allie Liebert in a movie.
Yeah.
Got a promotion. She's
did.
promotable, I guess.
She is promoted.
Like next to her,
Clearly.
like next to like Jessica Biel, it says like sexy. Next to
Yes.
Allie Liebert, it says
Promotable.
promotable.
But she was promotable, guys, because she was a supporting player in Hallmark movies, and
Sure.
now she's a lead
And an EP.
and a producer. So at the grand finale, Steven, of course, stops
He
by.
does come by, which is so sweet.
He like comes in a cab. Well, at first we didn't see the cab, so I'm like, wait, did he like not go on his flight, or what happened to
Yeah,
that?
like,
Because it
what's
seemed
going
like it was
on?
going to happen. But he's like, "Oh, I just wanted to say goodbye," and they're filming like a live episode. Mm-hmm. So Chef Betty is like, I thought she was drunk. Like I thought they were gonna like say that like turn
exact-
into like her being drunk, and then she's gonna have to go,
An
and then
opiate
Steven
problem.
would step in.
How timely, Hallmark. Another missed opportunity with
Missed.
opiates. Damn it.
But no, she's not addicted to
No.
Vicodin.
She's just a klutz.
She is a klutz, and she drops a pepper on the floor. like a bell pepper. And she goes down to pick it up and she can't get back up. And they're like, go to commercial. And she's like, my back, I threw it out again. So Steven like had left by then. So Allie has to go, or whatever her name is in this movie. Kelly has to go chase after him. And she's like, please
come back. It's live. We've no one to do this.
And the manager's like, but all your opportunities. And he's like, no, I'm going to do it for the kids. They need me.
And like, honestly, a delayed flight would do the very same thing. Like, it's so stupid.
Yeah,
it's like those things don't like go away if you get there like 8 hours later. Like, it's fine.
Yes. So then he steps in. It's all great. And we find out that Becca wins. Yay.
She's so adorable.
And she's so cute. And there was a whole
she's
little...
really good. I hope we get to see her again.
Yeah, she should definitely be in
really
more
cute.
episodes. And there's a whole little cute farmer's market scene where like he signs her book for her. And he's like, really can't wait for you to sign my cookbook. Or... You know what I'm saying? Like, she'll have a cookbook one day.
You'll sign my cookbook of yours. Yeah.
So
sweet.
Really
really cute.
Oh, and Becca deserved to win because Cody forgot his chocolates for the dessert round. He didn't get it from the pantry. So Becca shared her chocolates with him.
Cody, which was, wow.
Very brave.
Like those runners and the girl goes back to help the
would
competition
never
cross
happen
the
on
line.
any cooking show.
Yeah, not on a cooking show.
So yeah, that was great. So then, well, Kelly's like, thanks so much for helping out Steven. Like, I got promoted and everything's just going great.
Coming
and
together.
He's
I
like,
thought you missed your flight.
Yeah, what's going on with your LA
flight?
stuff and all that? And he's like, I turned it down. I'm gonna stay. And
she's like, I straightened my hair.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Yeah, of course
like,
you did. Yeah. Whenever they need to be like very pretty, they straighten their hair. Because you can't have curly hair and be attractive, apparently. No. But he says, I could say goodbye to New York, but not to you.
You're really special. And I wish they wouldn't say that, Tally Liebert.
Yeah.
Really
oh, stop.
No. And I like her, actually. Her acting's really pretty good.
Yeah. So she gets the promotion. She gets the man, because, of course, they kiss after he says that. Gets the man. And
short kiss.
Oh, it was like very
awkward.
But then they like run off laughing or whatever. And that's the movie.
Yeah.
Yay.
Cooking with Love.
Or Chef Charmaine.
Chef Charmaine. Yeah. Charmaine.
So
Chef Charmaine.
She ended up falling for him because
he
wasn't as douchey as originally thought, basically.
Right.
But he was a douche originally.
Correct.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, well, not like deep down inside, but he was definitely arrogant.
Charlie, you're not familiar with you're rolling your eyes and you're not familiar with the Hallmark. I mean,
it's a formula.
It's a formula. And you know,
either she's a bitch or he's a douche, and then they will change.
Somebody will change. But this one was a little different, and we'll get to that when we talk about what we're going to do to this movie. So, Michelle, you can pour it up or put a cork in it. What are you going to do?
I'm going to let it breathe and then pour it up. It needs a lot of breathing, though, but I am going to pour it up. But like about the halfway mark, I was like, it has gotten much better. And I do like Allie Liebert. She's winning me over, surely, and, slowly but surely. But
slowly but surely.
But it's got to breathe. It's
just like her career.
And I think that's just because I'm both a foodie and a Hallmark person.
Agreed. I also am going to pour it up for that reason because
we never
do.
agree.
I know, but now.
Because I cork a lot of them.
But yeah, I like that it was a cooking thing and a Hallmark movie. They nailed the genre of like the cooking show.
The production stuff on TV, I have background in that, so does my husband, and that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, it looked like a cooking show.
Yeah. And, like having to like be back in the editing bay and all that stuff was legit.
Well, one thing Hallmark knows about is
cranking out
TV.
Right.
So, and I liked that she got the man, she got the promotion, and she didn't relocate for him. Like he stayed, and
there was no following anybody.
He put his stuff on hold and for her.
Very empowering.
And that would never happen in a Hallmark movie to this day.
And A-game kid shit. A-game kids.
Kids were good.
Kids were A-game.
Oh, and there was a Hallmark card in this movie.
Oh, I wrote that down. First product placement I've ever seen in a Hallmark movie.
Are you being sarcastic?
I'm not.
Of their own.
Of a Hallmark card. She receives a thank you card from him, and it's a signature card.
I checked the back of the card
$4.99.
because I was like, let me see. Is this a Carlton card? Is this a big error?
Is this 99 cents?
No, it was
It's
a
a
Hallmark
$4.99
card.
card, yeah.
So for that, pour it up because they finally remembered they do cards.
Like, oh yeah. Oh shit. You can get these at the Jewels.
Even Hallmark forgets that they do cards. You know?
Oh, clearly,
They're like,
yeah.
we're making movies now. We have like 4 million viewers per movie.
Oh, it's ridiculous. We have
But
data
that
on
actually
yeah.
segues into, Charlotte, what are you going to do this movie after hearing about it? Are you going to pour it up or put a cork in it?
I like that there's kids, and the girl, she was in Wayward Pines.
What's that?
It was on Netflix.
Oh.
It's fun. It's like a thriller, a sci-fi, fun thriller, futuristic.
So you are a fan of Allie Liebert.
No, I don't know
Liebert.
who that is, but there's a blonde little girl that I very much know.
Oh,
from
like one
Wayward
of the
Pines.
children.
Yeah,
Got it.
I like children and food, so I don't know
Wonderful.
about this lady you're talking about.
She said, I like children in food.
Sure.
Happy Mardi Gras. Hope you found that baby.
Yes. Wonderful. So that wraps up our discussion on cooking with love. But for our B segment, Michelle came prepared today with some physical paper. Yep, you hear that paper sound? You're welcome, listeners. An article about Hallmark in Parade magazine with Candace on the front. So we're not going to do it what she said, Candace Cameron Bure. We're just going to talk about this article.
That's right.
So Michelle flips to it.
That's right. So the title of the article is Love is on the Air.
Oh, of
and,
course.
And there's all kinds of delicious nuggets about Hallmark movies and productions and like how many movies each of our stars have been in. So
Ooh.
Chabert's, she's got a baker's dozen. Because she's
Good.
got probably another one of those in love deals in the mix. They got to
she
get
does.
married
She
eventually,
does
so I'm
the-
sure that'll be the baker's dozen.
Lacey Chabert has done a fall movie, a Christmas movie, and a Valentine's Day movie. I know she's filming in Africa right now.
Whoa.
Hallmark splurged for her to go to Africa.
Holy smokes. That's going to be super deep bench
Yes.
for everyone else.
Yes.
Because they're
so-
like, we're paying for Lacey, and then that's it.
Yeah. So
And Africa.
Summertime, when that comes out, the Africa Lacey Chabert
That'll be
movie.
heavily ethnic because they'll need to like do just, local
Hallmark
cast.
will find a way to have no black people in an Africa movie, okay?
I can't. Oh, please, can I be
It'll
invited
be
back to Valentine's?
it'll be
Please,
set
please,
in
please.
South Africa, and it'll be all white South Africans.
Oh,
Charlize
no.
Theron, is she South African?
Yep.
She'll be there.
That's right. But like it highlights some of our favorites. Danica McKellar. I like to call this gentleman Andrew Walker fake Nick
I love Andrew
DeFina.
Walker. He's my
'cause
favorite.
Doesn't
He's
he
so hot.
look?
Yes,
he
and I love Nick
he just
DeFina
so-
too.
He's a fellow actor of ours, actor friend, very talented cartoonist, graphic designer.
Yes.
Wonderful. Give him a little plug. He's wonderful.
Yeah,
but
Lizard
this
Man.
guy kind of looks like him. And but they just talk about the production. They just crank these out like nobody's business. They do them in 15 days.
Yeah.
They often start with like the sexy part. So like day one, Candace Cameron Bure, although she does share that she loves to fall in love. She loves the falling in love, but it's hard because it's often the first day and she has to like put down her tuna fish. And
Of
then,
course,
like,
she would find a
go
way to complain about making the movies in the
she
article
makes
about
so
the
much
movies.
money. Yeah, it's kind of ridiculous. And she's done 11. So she's not the reigning queen. That would be
Good.
Lacey.
Lacey should stay the queen, and Candace should
I
not.
agree. But they talk about like, we need this. It's escapism. It's wholesome. It's, how like, it's funny. They talk about how they get approached by even men that say, my wife watches those, but I like them too. It's great.
Aw.
I really love them.
Yeah.
And that they're aware of podcasts like this one. They didn't say Lifetime Encore.
I would die.
I know. We'd be like, we're so sorry. Please, can we be on one?
Yeah.
Can we be like funny radio people?
Yeah, Hallmark will work for you.
We're
It's fine.
hilarious. Like I will pay you a little bit. Anyways, they just talk about like just the overall how they work and they do these they flip them over so quickly and how many people are watching them and people need to watch this because it's kind of like sad days right now.
Yeah.
So strong relationships, faithful fans. It's in
Very
this
fun.
Sunday's Parade magazine. Check it
Parade
out.
Magazine. Well, by the time this airs, it won't be this
Well,
Sunday. But
go to your recycling,
go
dig
back,
it out,
look it out. But yes,
grab your coupons and this. Lori Laughlin's been quite a few of these as well.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
they've got a good lineup of stars, or B-list stars. But
They do. And
They
it's kind
do.
of fun to like, hey, where do I know that person from?
well, and then it's like you have your Ally Liebert movies, and then we'll just talk about them all the time whenever they come,
That's right.
because that would be amazing. Well, thank you for bringing that in.
Absolutely.
I love it, and I love that they talk about podcasts about the
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
That's so cool. We're on someone's radar.
We're definitely on somebody's radar.
I mean, I have a lot of subscribers. Hey, subscribers.
Hi, you guys. What's up?
And there were a lot of
Charmaine.
podcasts. Charmaine. I have a subscriber named Charmaine. Write in and let me know.
Please do. Oh my gosh, maybe we could have a guest or something.
Yeah.
If you're local, we're not paying for anything. Just-
No, and we don't like phone episodes. We've learned.
That doesn't go well.
It doesn't go well. Not that our phone people weren't great last season, but it's just
That's right.
audio wise, it's a little tough.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, so thank you for that.
TV's fastest growing non-sports oriented cable network. Sorry. I just
There you
looked that
go.
up.
Well, I
Hallmark
believe
Channel.
it. So, we're going to piggyback on that and be the most whatever podcast.
Listened to.
The non-sports podcast. The most listened to not sports podcast. How about that?
There you go.
How about it?
Just rolls off the tongue.
Sure. Thank you so much for joining us, Michelle.
Oh,
as
thanks for having me. I
always.
appreciate it. Why don't you guys follow me at Twitter at Michelle Tweet?
Yes.
And Instagram, UNCG Michelle. I'd love it. I'd tell me what you think of these podcasts and
Yeah.
and tell me what you're watching.
Or tweet us while you're watching these movies.
Yeah.
Or me.
Or let's live tweet together.
Sure. I can't live tweet because I'm taking notes, but sure.
You can always go back to your tweets.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Charla, thank you so much for filling in for Drew Bear as producer.
Thank you for having me.
Expertise, and for, just being great.
Aww.
And thank you, listeners, for checking back in with Lifetime on Court. We watch these movies, so you don't have to. But if you do, you can follow us on social media at Lifetime on Court, or visit our website, lifetimeoncourt.com. You can follow me at patrickmiguel.com. Patrick Miguel.
Wow, you're really important. When did that happen?
I'm at patrickmiguel.com. No, just follow me on social media. Don't forget to rate and review us on iTunes. We'll see you next time. Okay,
Happy Valentine's
bye.
Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.